Hi friends, this is Chelsea Whipple and I am the Program Director here at St. James Episcopal Church, and I'm briefly going to introduce you to our children's ministry program that we have dubbed the Kids Zone. Now for our kids, we start right at newborn here. We have the nursery that of course is closed due to COVID-19 right now, but as soon as services start to open up and when it's safe, we feel it's safe to do so, our nursery will open up too. So normally it's available for children newborn to 5 years old, and it's open on Sunday morning services and sometimes on Wednesday evening, and also for special events. So just so you know, we always have trained staff and volunteers that have been trained in safeguarding God's children, training through the Episcopal Church. And so you can worship with a peace of mind, knowing that your child is enjoying his or her time in the nursery and having fun while you go worship. Also, if you take your kids into the worship service, did you know that we have quiet time activity bags that you can use during worship services? They're updated quarterly. You may take one bag or however many you need and just return it at the end of the service, and that's for kids to use during worship time. So for our older kids, which is preschool, starting at 3, who are potty trained up until 5th grade, we do Sunday school the first Sunday of the month, October through August, starting at 9:30 a.m. Now, right now for 2020, we are doing this virtually, and we'll talk a little bit more about what that means. We will be using Zoom, Google Classroom, and videos for our kiddos. So we have 3 classes available that happen when we are here in person. We have our Fishers, which are preschool through kindergarten, led by Miss Sandra and Miss Amber. And then our Seekers, which is 1st through 3rd grade, led by Miss April and Mrs. Minor. And our Disciples class, which is 4th and 5th grade, led by me, Miss Chelsea. And we have a special storyteller that comes in to tell us our story, which is Miss Judy. And we also have our music teacher, Miss Marlene, that comes to teach us some music. So we also do Children's Chapel here, and that is the first month right after Sunday school, starting at 10:45. And it starts in October, just like our Sunday school does. And normally kids would meet their guardians during the peace. Of course, this year we will be doing videos, and it will be on our St. James YouTube channel on the 1st of the month. So what is Children's Chapel? Children's Chapel is a fun, creative, free space where kids can ask questions. Talking is encouraged. We do a hands-on approach so all kids can have an understanding of not only the Episcopal traditions, but how worship can be meaningful to them. We use touch, we use all our senses, smell, sight, taste, to get to know what this ancient traditions mean and how we can use them in our everyday lives. Now, this year, the Kids Zone goes virtual. So again, we start right at 9:30 a.m. on Zoom, and that will happen on October 4th will be our first one, and following the first Sunday of the month. And our Children's Chapel is on our St. James YouTube channel. Now, what's going to happen this year? Well, this year we are reading one story for the next 3 months, and that is the story of Jonah and how his crisis kind of feels like the crisis that's happening right now in our world. So our big wondering question is, where is God in the midst of that? So there on the right are ways to connect. If you follow and are on our children's ministry email, you will get all this information. Kids do have to be registered in order to be allowed to be on the Google Classroom, and that just helps us to know how much materials we need for each month. And materials will be provided, and you pick them up on the Sunday prior to Sunday school happening. So you will get an email that tells you when materials can be picked up and where and what time. So this year, we did VBS virtual. In VBS 2021, of course, our hope is that we will be here So save the date for June 21st through the 24th from 6 to 8:15 p.m. And we will be doing Knights of the North Castle Quest for the King's Armor. It sure will be a good time. So now here are some pictures of all the fun things in our space that we have upstairs and pictures of the things we've done. We've got pictures from our past VBS, our children's chapel, our labyrinth taped on the floor. I don't know if anybody remembers that Ash Wednesday service. Our tree of life, lots of hand-on activities, our altars that we use in our classroom, some learning things that we've done, and of course, wonderful pictures of our VBS and our children's chapel that we've done throughout the years.